Will Campbell, left field.
Adam Thomas, head grass cutter.
Chase Burks, pitcher.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to hustle on the baseball field. You know, if I tell those guys to do it, I got to do it too. Well, I needed one Xanax against Hartford. I'm going to need about 12 for this one. I mean, what can you say about this guy? If you guys remember Tyler Lynn, from past 2 years, he just put out a tweet or something to the group chat on to the guys that he played with. Said Chase Burks is the greatest player in the history of Chattahoochee Valley, and I believe that. Here's the thing about Burks. There's probably 1,000 other guys with better stuff in America, but I don't think there's a pitcher, player, or just a baseball player in general that has more heart than this guy and has more guts, and we'll call it intestinal fortitude, than he does out there on the mound. He was on regular rest, but regular rest in the World Series it's not the same. And he goes out there, and he was even better tonight than he was the first night. I'm just so proud of him. And then, of course, Will, he showed up tonight. He showed up and was just huge for us.
Take me through that fourth inning. When here it is, they load the bases with 2 outs, and they got the January kid who's coming up who's been knocking the crap out of the ball the entire series. Take me through that at bat from beginning to end.
Yeah, well, that kid has been killing the ball, but our approach going into the game was to try to bust him inside, and I think I did a pretty good job of that late in the count and kind of kept him off balance, and he chased something that was a little up, and that was huge because that kid's been, I think he's got 4 home runs already, and he's got a violent swing, so we were trying to just get in on him, and it worked out, him chasing one.
You were pretty amped up after that.
Yeah, bases loaded with probably their best hitter. It's a big situation. I pitched with a lot of intensity, and that was a big moment right there.
Coach, was there when you got that 7-0 lead, was there anything in your mind at all about taking Chase out, saving him, anything like that? Just ride it out.
Not no, but hell no. No, we're putting the ball in Burks' hands, and I went out there. I guess it was the 7th there. After the guy got on, and I just said, Burks, do you want it? I said, this is your last batter in a Chat Valley uniform. Finish it. And he says, I got it. We had guys ready. We were pretty much full staff minus Jay Lee today. So, we had fresh, good arms down there. But when you got the toughest guy in America on the mound, and that's no disrespect to anyone. That's just my guy, and I love him. He was going to figure out a way, and he did.
So Adam and Will, if you can both give me answers here, just verifying for your home run and triple, no take sign on those, right?
No, not this year. No take sign.
Take sign. No, I'm just kidding. No, that was right now. I think I told you before the game that we wanted to come out as aggressive as possible, and it was foot on the gas, running through the roadblock, cops on the side, fingers out the window. No, number one.
You guys talked about last year how big it was for Chat Valley to beat Iowa Western, and how big it was for your program. Now Sanjak to get to the semifinal game. Talk about how big that is for your program.
Oh, that's huge. What can you say? I've said this before, and I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself 3 years in a row. We are a small little country redneck school in southeast Alabama, and I love my redneck boys. And, when you're playing powerhouses like that have upwards of 10,000 plus students and big campuses, and we've got about 3 buildings and 1,800 people, it's big, I guess to elaborate on that even more, what's special to me is that we don't have a team full of Division I transfers. We don't have draft picks on our team, and we'll have some guys drafted, but I guess what I'm saying is we don't have guys that are drafted out of high school. They're all homegrown high school guys that we work our tails off as coaches, and they work their tails off as players to develop. And, we try to do things the right way, like, everybody else here does too. And it's, I hate to use the word pride, but it makes me so proud to see our guys up here against the big boys. I mean, we're the Davids, they're the Goliaths, and there's no question about that, because that is one heck of a team. Those are some freaking big, large, giant human beings out there that scare me to death every time they step up to the plate.
Chase, last year you came into this and, team had gone just a couple of games into the first World Series appearance. Now you've seen your progression, but I want you to talk about you as a player, how you've seen this program start to elevate even more, you being a center focus of that, especially this year and these past couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome here at Chatt Valley. It's really fun playing for Coach Thomas and here, and we're loose guys that just feel like that our success comes from just having fun. And I mean, we got a talented team. We got a lot of freshmen that stepped up this year. Last year we had some older guys that kind of carried us and helped just hit us through our way, and pitching staff that kind of stepped up. But this year, our pitching staff is healthy for the most part, and freshmen have been huge. So I mean, we've just been having fun out here, enjoying the ride, and we'll continue to do that.
How do you sum up personally the fact that your last game in the Chatt Valley uniform was here at the World Series? I mean, certainly there's still team accomplishments to be made, but you personally being able to finish your junior college career that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it any other way. That's the goal every year, is to come out here just because it's so fun playing in front of everyone and all you guys. And I mean, it's a lot better to have it out here than back at Phoenix City. So.
Wait a minute, I thought we liked the lake.
Yeah, we like the lake, but not as much as Pleasio.
We like the mountains too, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, give me your viewpoint on that second inning when you guys kind of opened things up offensively, all with 2 outs, and then you guys chased your starter and you kind of capped things off a little bit.
Yeah, so we're an offense this year we're a big inning offense. If you can tell so far this year, we've scored a lot of runs in single innings. So once we got it going, even with 2 outs, we know that we're 2 or 3 hits away, especially here at Pleasio. We're 2-3 hits away from putting up 3 or 4 runs. So we know we got to keep that, keep going with the hits. And then with the home run, once they had switched pitchers, I had a good feeling that he was coming in there to throw me curveballs, and he threw me a good one. It froze me. I was sitting on it, and then I had a strong feeling that he was going to come back with it, and he did, and he left it up and just put a good swing on it.
Adam, I'm sure you've seen what Sanjak's been doing. They've had to come back every single game, and they came back from a 7-0 deficit earlier in this tournament. When you guys were up 7-0, what's going through your head at that point?
We got to keep scoring touchdowns. I mean, I'm serious. Then that's exactly what I told our team. Touchdowns. And they're good. I mean, they're probably the best team out here. And that, again, I mean, in terms of talent-wise, I mean, they're really good. And we knew, when they put the 3 spot on the board, Dash is our offensive guy. He kind of got our hitters together, and he says, guys, I told that was the thing. We're going to have to score tonight. There was don't be surprised that they just put up 3, But, 7-run lead here against the Pee Wee Giants in the local Little League is not safe, you got to feel real good when Berksey's out there, for sure. But, we had our night, and we love it, but we got to turn around and do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter anymore, because, I mean, I'm sure there's no question that he's going to have his team ready to go tomorrow, and we'll probably see that left-hander that's unreal, So we're going to have to compete our rear ends off against that guy, and they will. we will. We'll compete like crazy, and if it's good enough, it's good enough. If it's not, then we'll come up here and thank you again for a great ride, because at the end of the day, we're playing baseball, and that's not what matters in life. But we sure would like to play in that Saturday game.
Will, did the day off help? You can speak for, you know, the hitters. Did the day off help to just get away maybe from the field and kind of readjust after the Iowa Western game?
I think it did a little bit because we had not had anything going in that Iowa Western game. So I think the day off probably did help a little bit because, I mean, we scored a lot of runs the last 2 games, so I guess it did help. But we just needed to stay confident in our offense because we know we're a good hitting offense. We just didn't have our good night for that Iowa Western game, and we knew we were going to come right back for it.
Adam, pitching tomorrow, do you know what you're looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Atkins is going to go. We're going to give him the ball again, so he's got a chance for redemption here after an uncharacteristic start for him. So, so we need good chase. And obviously he's just as much a competitor as our other good chase. So we throw a pair of chases out there on the mound, and hopefully we'll come up. I don't know. I was going to try to use a poker analogy, but I got nothing. So anyway, so we'll throw him out there, and we're still full staff bullpen.